Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be sharing an easy keto appetizer recipe with y'all. I'm going to be making keto sausage pinwheels. This is a really easy appetizer to whip up. It is great to serve as an appetizer, maybe for brunch, and I can promise it will be a hit. So let's go ahead and hop right into this recipe. We're gonna start off by making the filling. So you're gonna need a 1 pound roll of breakfast sausage and a block of cream cheese. To make our filling, we're gonna begin by browning our 1 pound roll of breakfast sausage. I got my breakfast sausage browned and I drained off the excess grease. Now I'm gonna add in a 8-ounce block of cream cheese. And now we're just going to mix this cream cheese into the sausage. I got the filling totally mixed together. So what we're gonna do is just set this aside and move on to the dough. We've got the filling complete, so now it's time to move on to the dough. I'm gonna be making a fathead dough for this recipe, and the ingredients you're going to need is almond flour, shredded mozzarella cheese, an egg, and some baking powder. To make fathead dough, you're gonna begin by adding 10 ounces or 2.5 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese into a microwave safe bowl. I'm gonna microwave the cheese in 30-second increments until it's fully melted. This takes roughly 2 to 2.5 minutes for the cheese to be completely melty. My cheese is fully melted, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack in 1 egg. And now you're just gonna wanna mix the heck out of this egg and this cheese until it is fully combined. This will take a minute or two, and I just kind of fold it into one another and it'll mix pretty well. As you can see, I got the egg totally combined into the melted cheese. So up next, I have 1 1/4 cup of finely ground almond flour, and we're gonna add that into our egg and cheese mixture. Dump in that almond flour. And now add in 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now it's time to get the almond flour completely incorporated into the cheese. This will take a couple of minutes to do. I start off by using my spatula and getting the almond flour somewhat incorporated, and then usually I wet my hands and just go in and knead it and knead it and knead it. This will take probably 4 to 5 minutes to get it perfect, but once it is totally combined, you will have a fabulous keto dough. Look at how beautiful and well combined my dough is. We're gonna set this aside and go grab us a sheet of parchment paper. I laid out a big sheet of parchment paper and I lightly misted it with some olive oil spray just to keep the dough from sticking to the parchment paper. So we're gonna take our nice big ball of dough. I like to use my hands to spread out the dough, but alternatively, you can place a piece of parchment paper on top and use a rolling pin to roll this out into a big rectangle. I'm gonna go put a little bit of water on my hands, and that just keeps the dough from sticking. And I'm just gonna work on mashing this into a big, large rectangle. I got my dough pressed out into this nice big rectangle. So now it's time to go grab our filling and add it right on top of the dough. We're basically just gonna wanna spread this out all over. Now that we've got the filling spread out, it's time to roll this into a log. So we're gonna want to tightly roll this. So starting on the long end, you are just going to roll this puppy up. And just slowly roll, roll, roll. And there we go, we have our little log. I'm just going to kind of pinch this seam together at the end, make sure it stays shut. Up next, we're gonna grab ourselves a cookie sheet and gently slide our log onto the cookie sheet, like so. I'm now gonna take my log and place it in the refrigerator for the next 30 minutes to an hour. That will just allow us to have cleaner slices when we go to slice this up and bake it here in just a little while. So let's pop it in the fridge. My sausage log has been sitting in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes or so now. I'm about to take that out and slice it up, but first things first, let's preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Our dough has been sitting in the refrigerator, so now we're gonna take a nice sharp knife and cut this log into 1-inch sections. Just look at the inside of this. Can't you see that nice little pinwheel already showing up? These are gonna be so pretty when they're cooked. I got my pinwheel sliced up and placed on a cookie sheet. Now I'm gonna pop these into our 350 degree oven for roughly 20 to 25 minutes or until they are nice and golden brown. I just pulled my sausage pinwheels out of the oven. These cooked for 25 minutes. And y'all, are these just not absolutely fabulous? They are so pretty and they look delicious. I'm gonna let them cool and then we'll give them a taste test. Ooh, just look at that up close shot of these sausage pinwheels. They are beautiful. My pinwheels have been cooling down for a couple minutes and let's give it a taste test. Cheers. Y'all, this is just delicious. This is so good. This is dangerous because I could probably sit here and eat every single one of these. So good. Well guys, I hope that you enjoyed this easy keto sausage pinwheels recipe. This is a really simple recipe to throw together and boy oh boy, does it just not look fabulous? That's pretty awesome, I must say. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't done so. And I will see y'all again real soon with another video. Bye guys. Mwah.